So I've been playing alto horn for about 5-6 years now, and at this point I feel I've played a good amount of music, not as much as some, but considering I'm only 15, I think I've had the opportunity to play a lot of stuff. And so when Fred asked if I would want to do this, the first song that came to mind was Procession and Covenant. I played this in 2018 at Star Lake in Appalachian Band, and that year the band was led by Tom Scheibner and Ed Mylechreest, but Ed was the one who actually led the song. And so when we were first introduced to it, it was most likely raining because it rained a lot that year, and it was probably pretty cold. And so as Ed was talking through the piece, I remember thinking to myself, this guy seems crazy and like loud, but really he was just so passionate about this song and he wanted us to like it just as much as he did. And he had all these visuals to try and help us connect with it. And the one he referred to the most was a bride and groom on their wedding day. And so like in the beginning of the song, it's kind of tense-ish and suspenseful, and he wanted us to think of that as like the groom's heartbeat and his emotion as he sees his bride walk down the aisle. And I found that very useful, and I was like, wait, that actually makes sense. And yeah, and then by the end of the song, it kind of opens up and is like, you know what I mean? And so he associated that part of the song with the hypothetical bride and groom finally saying I do, and then they're like chilling and stuff. But yeah, so the hymn that goes along with this song is "Oh Love That Will Not Let Me Go." To this day, whenever I hear this tune, all I can think of is Ed continually singing the first two lines of the song all week. And it makes me laugh, but it also helps remind me of this great song that I played. So yeah, the first verse goes, "Oh love that will not let me go, I rest my weary soul in thee, I give thee back the life I owe, that in thine ocean depths its flow may richer, fuller be." And what I take away from this verse is that, a lot of craziness happens in our life, for example, 2020, and I know, personally, a lot of times I just wanted to give up and just be like, whatever. And I'm sure that's the case for a lot of people, but it's so true that God's love will not let us go and that he will ultimately help us through it all. And the third verse goes on to say, "O joy that seekest me through pain, I cannot close my heart to thee. I trace the rainbow through the rain and feel the promise is not vain, that morn shall tearless be." And I think this sums it up. We can't allow our hearts to become closed off to God, no matter how much we want to sometimes. And in this coming year, I would hope that it won't be quite like 2020, but there's still a long way to go before things become normal again. And through that time, we have to stay loyal to God. And coming back to the reason I chose this song was after performing it at the midweek concert, I could have sworn there was this long pause of silence before people started clapping. And I remember thinking to myself, wow, that was really cool, and I had felt something that I'd never felt before from playing a piece of music. And but after watching the video of us playing it, I realized, oh, people started clapping immediately afterwards. And so, but to me, time kind of froze, which was weird but cool, I guess. And so yeah, after playing this, I feel I have learned to appreciate and see more into pieces I play now, rather than just like playing notes on a page, have a little emotion behind it. So yeah, Procession and Covenant was a pretty cool song, and I hope to play it again sometime in the future. And so as we go into this new year, whenever we're in times of sadness and stuff, we just have to remember that God's love will not let us go and that he's got us.